Morning everybody. Today we're going to go through MGS paper 2 from the 2019 PSLE math. So let's get into the paper. Okay, question 1. For every $5 that Susie saved, her father contributed another 50 cents to her savings. Susie's father contributed a total of $11. What was Susie's total savings in the end? Okay, so so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna use $11 and we're gonna divide it by 0.50. Okay, I think let me go and get my calculator first. Okay, $11 divided by 0.5 will give you 22. Okay, this means that okay, Susie saved 22 times. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do is 22 times 5. It's gonna be $110. Okay, so this is the amount saved by Susie. Okay, the total savings will be 110 plus the amount that's contributed by her father, which will be $121. Okay, question 2. What is the greatest number of circles of radius 6 cm that can be cut from a Vanguard sheet measuring 100 cm by 50 cm? Okay, so usually this kind of question, let me just draw a simple diagram which represents the Vanguard sheet. Okay, this is 100 cm, and let this be 50 cm. Okay, the circle has a radius of 6 cm, which means that the diameter is equals to 12 cm. Okay, so we're gonna try to find out how many circles can we fit across the length. Right? Okay, so using I'm just gonna draw a small circle here to represent it. I'm just going to write 12 inside to represent the diameter. Okay, so the first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to use 100 divided by 12. Okay, 100 divided by 12 will give me 8.3 something. 0.333, which will, if we round it down, will be 8. Okay, which means that across the length, I can only fit 8 circles. Okay, the next step I'm gonna find out like across the breadth. Okay, how many circles can I fit? So I'm gonna do the same thing. 50 divided by 12. It's gonna give me 4.1667, which if I round down will give me 4. Okay, so across the breadth, I can only fit 4 circles. Okay, so to find the greatest number, I'm just gonna use 8 multiplied by 4, which is 32. 8 across the length and 4 across the breadth. Question 3, a pencil case costs $4 more than a sharpener. Okay, the total cost of 3 such pencil cases is P dollars. Express the cost of 15 such pencil case in terms of P. Okay, so if you were to draw a model, you know, a pencil case is gonna be like longer. $4 more than a sharpener, right? Okay, so now you got to treat this as the total cost of 3 such pencil cases P dollars. Express the cost of 15 such pencil case in terms of P. Okay, so if 3 pencil case is equals to P dollars, 15 pencil case will be equal to how much? So to get from 3 to 15, I need to multiply it by 5, which means that over here I also need to multiply by 5, which will give me a 5p dollars. Okay, then next, express the cost of a sharpener in terms of P. Okay, so 3 pencil case is equals to P dollars, which means that I'm gonna write the working over here. 1 pencil case is equals to P dollars over 3. Okay, so if you look at the model over here, if 1 pencil case is P dollars over 3, it means that 1 sharpener is equals to P dollars over 3 minus away the $4. Okay, P over 3 minus 4. Okay, question 4. The bar graph shows number of bicycles sold by a shop from June to September. So June, July, August, September. The shop sold a total of 164 bicycles. The number of bicycles sold in August is not shown in the graph. Draw the bar representing the number of bicycles sold in August. Okay, so we're gonna write the number down first. As usual, we're gonna find out one gap is how many. So this would be there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay, so 20 divided by 5 will give us a 4. So each gap is a 4. Okay, so this will be 4, 8, 12, 16. This will be a 36. This will be a 60. July will be a 60. September will be a 20. Okay, so I'm gonna add them all together first. 60 plus 36 plus 20. $116, and then after that I'm gonna use 164 minus 116. Okay, that would be 48. So I need to draw the graph inside. 48 is here. Okay. Question 5. The solid below is made up of 13 1 cm cubes. Draw the front view and the side view of the solid on the grids below. Okay, so the front view, let me draw the side first. It's gonna be the height is gonna be 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then after that, the base will be another 3. Okay, it's gonna go up like this. Go up 2 and another 2. Okay, let's go to the side view. Okay, the side view will be 3 over here. 4 all the way to up and nothing else. Okay, so this will be the answer for this question. Okay, question 6. A survey on the places of interest that the pupils in P2 liked was carried out. The results of the survey are shown in the pie chart below. 1/6 of the pupils surveyed like Jurong Bird Park. So Jurong Bird Park is 1/6. The number of pupils who like Night Safari is the same as the number of pupils who like Jurong Bird Park. Okay, 30% of the pupils like Universal Studio. So how many pupils took part in the survey? Okay, we can do part A first. Okay, 1/6 of the pupils like Jurong Bird Park. So this is 1/6, right? Number of pupils who like Night Safari was the same as the number of pupils who like Jurong Bird Park, which means that if Night Safari is 50, this is also 50. Okay, so if 1/6 is equal to 50, then 6/6 will be 50 times 6, that is 300. Okay, that's the answer for part A. Part B, how many pupils like Gardens by the Bay? Okay, Gardens by the Bay. Okay, let's find out the Sentosa and Universal Studio first. I'm gonna do part B over here. Sentosa is 90 degrees, so 90 over 360 multiplied by the total number of pupils, which is 300. So it's 75. Okay, this is Sentosa. Next, we're gonna find what is 30% of the total number of pupils. So 30 over 100, okay, times 300, cancel, is gonna give me 90. Okay, these are the number of pupils that went to Universal Studios. Okay, so next I'm gonna add them all together. So 50 plus 50 plus 90 plus 75 is gonna give me 265. And the total number of pupils minus away 265 is gonna give me 35. Okay, so the number of pupils that like Gardens by the Bay is 35. Question 7. Betty and Katie had 294 stickers altogether. Betty gave away 3/8 of her stickers and Katie gave away 2/5 of her stickers. Both had the same number of stickers left. How many stickers did Katie give away? Okay, so the keyword is both of them had the same number of stickers left. Okay, I'm gonna write down the fraction that Betty gave away. Betty gave... Oh, sorry. I'll I want to write down the fraction that they have left. Okay, so if Betty gave away 3 over 8, she'll be left with 5 over 8. Okay, and Katie left will be gave away 2/5, so left 3/5. Okay, since they are the same, that means I need to make the numerator the same. If you remember this technique, I'm gonna multiply by 3, multiply by 3, multiply by 5, multiply by 5. This is gonna give me 15 over 24. Okay, and 15 over 25. Okay, which means that Betty has got 24 units and Katie will have 25 units altogether. Okay, so the question is how many stickers did Katie give away? Okay, so now we're gonna figure out what is 1 unit first. 24 plus 25 will be 49. Okay, 49 units is equal to 294, which means that 1 unit will be equal to 6. In this case, Katie gave away 10 units, okay, and then she's left with 15 units. Remember, this 15 units is what's left. Okay, so Katie gave away 10 units. We're gonna find what is 10 units. Okay, 10 units will basically be equal to 60. Okay, question 8. At 8 AM, a lorry left town A for town B moving at a speed of 60 km per hour. At 9 AM, a car left town A for town B, so the two vehicles are moving in the same direction, moving at a speed of 75 km per hour. Both vehicles did not change their speed throughout. What was the distance traveled by the car when it caught up with the lorry? Okay, so the first step is we're gonna find at 9 AM how far ahead is the lorry. Okay, so since it is a 1 hour difference, so at 9 AM, okay, the lorry 60 km ahead. Okay, so to find the time taken for the car to catch up, we need to use the difference in their speed. Okay, sorry, we need to use the distance between the two vehicles divided by the difference in their speed. I'm gonna try to write it down here. Time to catch up. A is equals to the difference in their distance. Difference in distance. Okay, divided by the difference in their speed. Okay, so the difference in their distance is 60 km. Difference in their speed will be 75 minus 60, which is 15. So 60 divided by 15 will give me 4. Okay, 4 hours. The question is asking what was the distance traveled by the car when it caught up with the lorry. Okay, which means that if the car traveled 4 hours, so I'm gonna use the speed multiplied by the time, which will be 300 km. Okay, moving on to question 9. A box of chicken wings is 15 kg heavier than a packet of nuggets. The total mass of 5 packets of nuggets and 6 boxes of chicken wing is 189 kg. What is the mass of the box of chicken wing? Okay, so I'm gonna write down, I'm not gonna draw the model, I'm gonna write down it the representation in unit form. A box of chicken wing, 1 box of chicken wing. It's 1 unit plus 15. Okay, 1 box of nugget will be 1 unit. Okay, so 5 so there's 1 packet of nugget. Okay, 5 packets of nuggets. Okay, I'm gonna swap it around. 6 boxes of chicken wing is 6 units plus 15 times 6, which is 90. And 5 packets of nuggets will be equal to 5 units. Okay, so altogether this is 189 kg. Okay, which means that 11 units plus 90 is equals to 189. 11 units will be equal to 189 minus 90. Is 99, so 1 unit will be equal to 9. What is the mass of a box of chicken wing? So a box of chicken wing is 1 unit plus 15, which is 9 plus 15, which is 24 kg. Okay, question 10. Shana has 2 rectangular boxes at different sizes. The length, breadth, and height of the larger box is twice those of the smaller box. She packed 16 identical cubes into the smaller box. Okay, how many such cubes can be packed exactly into the larger box? Okay, so in this case, you just need to understand a certain trick. If the dimension of the larger box is twice that of the smaller box, okay, the ratio is always 1:8. Let me just show you a few variation. Okay, so number 1, if let's say the small is equals to 2 times 3 times 4, okay, the large will be equal to 4 times 6 times 8, right? Twice. Okay, let's find out what's the volume. 2 times 3 times 4 is 24. 4 times 6 times 8 is 192. Okay, and in this case, the ratio of the small is to L. You change it to the simplest form is 1:8. Okay, you can try other variation. So let's use a bigger number. 5 times 7 times 9, which means that the large will be 10 times 14 times 18. Okay, 5 times 7 times 9 is 315. 10 times 14 times 18 is 2520. The ratio of the small is to the L. 3150 to 520. Okay, it's still 1:8. So by now you should realize that if you pack 16 identical cubes into the smaller box, that means the larger box will have a volume of times 8. Okay, so 16 times 8 will give us the answer. 128. Okay, you can try other variation of other dimension, and then if you twice the length, breadth, and height, and find out what's the ratio of the volume of the small is to big. Ratio of the volume, you will always get 1:8. Okay, so this is 1:8. Question 11. The figure ABCD is a trapezium. So ABCD is a trapezium, and ACF It's an isosceles. Okay, the marking is drawn. AED and CF are straight lines. AFC. AFC is 70. Okay, 20 is also marked, and the 105 is also marked. So first I need to find angle BAC. Okay, let me mark it out. BAC is here. And next I need to find AEC. C is here. Okay, so we can find part A first. So to find BAC, okay, I'm gonna use 180 minus 105 minus 20. Okay, it's gonna be equal to 55 degree. Let's see how are we gonna find part B. Okay, I can find out what is this angle first because ACF is isosceles, so these two angles are the same. If this is 70, this is 20, then this will be 50 over here. Okay, if this is 50, then I know that angle FEA is equals to 180 minus 70 minus 50. Which is a 60. So this is 60. If this is 60, that means this is 120. Okay, so angle AEC is equals to 120 degree. Okay, question 12. A shop sells shorts in 5 different sizes. The table shows the number of shorts sold in January. So 14% of the shorts sold were in the size of XS. So this is 14%. How many shorts sold were in size M? Okay, so if 14% is equal to 84, I can find what is 100% by using 84 over 14 multiplied by 100. Okay, that is going to be equal to 600. Now, if 600 is the total, I'm gonna add everything together first. 84 plus 152 plus 81 plus 65. Okay, this is going to be 382. So 600 minus 382. It's gonna be 218. Okay, so this is the answer for part A. So for part B, in February, there's a 20% decrease in the number of shorts sold in XL. How many fewer XL shorts were sold in February? How many fewer? Okay, so I'm gonna find what is the decrease, which is 20% of 65. Okay, so there is a decrease in 13 shots, which means that 13 fewer XL shots were sold in February. Okay, question 13. Tab A and B can fill the tank at the rate of 3 liters per minute and 5 liters per minute respectively. So this is A and this is B. Okay, at first only tab A was turned on when the tank was a quarter filled with water. Tab B was turned on 6 minutes later. The tank was 7/8 filled with water. Okay, so how much water was there in the tank just before tab B was turned on? Okay, we're gonna find out in 6 minutes, right, how much water flowed out from both tab A and tab B. Okay, so A plus B, 6 minutes. It's gonna be equal to 8 times 6, which is 48 liters. Okay, next I'm gonna use I'm gonna find out what is the fraction of the tank that was filled during these 6 minutes. Okay, so 7/8 minus a quarter, which is 2/8, is gonna give me 5/8. Okay, so I know that 5/8 is equal to 5/8 of the tank is equal to 48 liter. I just need to find out what is 1/8. Okay, 48 divided by 5, which is 9.6 liters. And then after that, next I will find what is oops, sorry. I need to find what is 2/8, which is a quarter. Okay, 19.2 liters. How much water was there in the tank just before tab B was turned on? So just before the tap was turned on, the tank was a quarter filled. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, question 14 in the figure below. ABCD is a parallelogram. Draw a line AE perpendicular to DC. Okay, because I cannot place the instruments in my screen, so I'm just gonna roughly draw. It's gonna be somewhere here. Okay. Measure BCD. Okay, name the shape formed by. Okay, so this is E. ABCE. Sorry, ABCE is a trapezium. Name a pair of parallel lines. Okay, AD is parallel to BC. Let's move on to question 15. The figure below is made up of a square, two identical quarter circles, and a semicircle. The sides of the square measure 10 cm, take pi to be 3.14. Find the perimeter of the figure and find the area of the figure. Okay, so the perimeter of the figure, I need to find out what is the radius of the bigger circle first. This is 10. So the radius here is also 10. Okay, if this is 10, this will be 6. Okay, 6, 10, and 6. So in this case, the circle, okay, the radius is equal to 22 divided by 2, okay, which is 11 cm. So I'm going to find this part first, which is half times pi times the diameter, which is 22. This is going to give me 34.54. Next, I'm gonna find the other two, which is this part here and this part here. Okay, so the other two quarter circles will form a semicircle. So it's also half times pi. Okay, times the diameter. The diameter in this case is 20. This is gonna give me, someone cancel 10, 31.4. Okay, then next I'm gonna add up the 10 or 4. Okay, so it'll be 34.54 plus 31.4 plus 10 plus 4 plus 4. Okay, that will give me 83.94 cm. Okay, this will be the answer for part A. Part B, find the area of the figure. Okay, so I'm gonna find the area of the semicircle, half times pi times r square. Okay, it's 189.97. Next will be the blue semicircle, which is half times pi times r square. Okay, which is a 157. And the last step will be to add the area of the square. The area of the square is 10 times 10. So I'm going to use 189.97 plus 157 plus 100. Okay, this is going to give me 446.97 cm square. Okay, that will be the answer for part B. Okay, question 16. In a singing competition, the ratio of male participants to female participants was 1:5 at first. After the first round of competition, 25% of the male participants and 60% of the female participants did not make it to the second round. In the second round, there were 15 more female participants than male participants. Okay, so part A, what was the ratio of the number of female participants to the number of male participants in the second round? Okay, so let us write down the ratio. in the singing, the ratio of the was at first, so I'm gonna write at first. Okay, male is to female is 1:5. Okay, after the first round of competition, 25% of the male participants and 60% of the female participants did not make it. Okay, so I'm gonna reduce it by 25%, and for the females I'm gonna reduce it by 60%. Okay, so this is the second round. Male is to female. Okay, so 75% of 1 unit will be 0.75 units. Okay, for the female, I need to find what is 40% of 5 units. Okay, if you are not sure what to do, the working will be like this: 40% of 5 units. It's basically 2 units. Okay, so the female that's left will be 2 units. Okay, the 1 unit is from here and the 5 units from here. Okay, so now there is 15 more female participants than male participants in the second round, which means that 2 unit minus 0.75 units is equals to 15. Okay, 1.25 units is equals to 15, which means that 1 unit will be equal to 15 divided by 1.25, which is 12. Okay, part A is asking what was the ratio of the number of female participants to the number of male participants in the second round. Okay, so we're gonna change this to the simplest form. First, I'm gonna get rid of the decimal, multiply by 100 to give me 75:200. Change it to the simplest form. I divide by 25. Divide by 25 will give me 3:8. Okay, which means that they're asking for female is to male, which is 8:3. Okay, for part B, how many more female than male participants were there at first? Okay, so at first there were 4 units more. So in this case, I just need to find what is 4 units. Okay, 4 units is 12 times 4, which is 48. Okay, question 17. Mrs. Lim bought an equal number of brand X and Y correction tapes. Okay, she spent $180 more on brand Y correction tapes. Okay, the keyword is always like equal number. How many correction tapes did she buy altogether? Okay, so in this case, the price is 3 for $8 and 4 for $14. So we're gonna find out what is the same price for them first. Okay, in this case, it will be 12 is equal to, so I'm gonna do a times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. And 12 in this case is equal to, I need to multiply it by a 3. So 14 times 3 is $42. Okay, so you can see that the difference is $10. Where should I write it? Okay, now I'll just write it here. 42 minus 32 is equals to 10. Okay, this is the difference. So which means that the next step, I'm gonna use $180 divide by 10. Okay, to find out how many groups are there. There's 18 groups. Okay, each group will be like 12 brand X and 12 brand Y, which is 24. So to find how many correction tapes did she buy altogether, I'll need to use 18 times 24. I'm just gonna write it here. One group is equals to 24 correction tape. Okay, 18 times 24 will give me 432. Okay, this is the answer for part A. Part B, how much did she spend on brand X correction tapes? Okay, so for part B, since there's 18 groups, okay, and then each group of the brand X is $32, so 18 times 32. That would be $576. Okay, we have come to the end of the paper.